What's going on, fam? Welcome back. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I know you're having a wonderful day. We're back with another divine alignment light code message. And I already know you've been taking care of yourself, leaving no stone unturned on your own hero's journey, because we all have our own unique purpose, mission, life path, destiny that we have to fulfill. Nobody's going to do it but us, okay? So that requires us doing our own research, leaving no stone unturned on our own hero's journey. And we're back with the voice of the silent heart, and we finishing things up with Fragment 3, Inner Voice Basic. And it's all about cracking open this doggone heart chakra on an individual level and also collectively, okay? So that way we can, help the planet level up together, okay? Because everything is interconnected. I've been saying that before, and you can learn more about that by studying syncretism, okay? You realize that everything is interconnected, even you and I, okay? So if many of you guys been intuitively led to these presentations because the universe gonna use enemy necessary to get your butt to on the next level on your own hero's journey, okay? So it's gonna use people like myself sharing their true ups and downs, the things that work and the things that didn't work for me, and the tools that helped me level up. So a lot of these, majority of these presentations, these are my own personal experience. And then years later, I came across these books and stuff that basically line things up for me. That way I can really, show people and point people in the right direction and use these as a teaching tool along with my experience. So that's why things come so easy for me. So I'm taking the information from my experience and these books and putting them together in one little package. So my main intent here is to put as much information I possibly can in one little package to let your intuition be your guide, and that way you can unlock the things inside of you, okay? Because we're experiencing these things from the inside out instead of the outside in. Remember, everything starts in the mind first before it manifests in the physical. Everything starts in the spiritual realm first before it manifests in the physical, okay? I hope that makes sense by now. So everything is interconnected, and start building a relationship with Mother Nature. It's all about, leveling up, each and every person doing their own research and putting in the work each and every day to level up on their own hero journey so they can tap into their own Cristo within themselves, okay? So how do we do that, Chris? It's all about, having an open mind, an open heart, okay? And seeing the bigger picture, seeing things from the creator's perspective. And how do we do that? We got to have a spirit of discernment, okay? And that requires us to sort through the truth and the lie, because it's universal law to give us the truth and the lie, but it's up to each individual person to do their own research and see what works and what doesn't work. And that way you can, because you're using your own mind, discernment. So you're sorting out, the truth and the lie, fact from fiction, what works and what doesn't work for you. And that requires a little bit of thinking, or a lot of thinking, because you use those brain muscles that we don't use so often, okay? So it requires thinking outside of the box so you can see the bigger picture. I hope that makes sense so far. So you can, the books that I came across before we get started, that's going to help, level up your overall thought process, is going to be Isis Unveiled. You're going to learn more about Lady Wisdom, because this is Mother Nature. You need to build a relationship with her. She's waiting on you, okay? All right, Proverbs 3:13. Be sure to research the message version. Proverbs 3:13, the message version. And as you start researching, learning more about your purpose, your mission, your life path, right? This number 313 is going to start popping up in your reality a lot lately to remind you of your own greatness, okay? Because there's a feminine energy that got your back and always been here. It wants you to win. Do you want to win? I want you to win, okay? And it's all about, having an open mind and coming as a child, having that. Don't be afraid to unlock your own childhood curiosity so you can, investigate. That's why I like to use the word investigate. See what works and see what doesn't work best for you, okay? Because, each person have their own learning curve. That's how I like to phrase it, because some people, they like to see. Some people can read a book and get it. Some people like to see and read and, put in some action too to test things out so they can build up the muscle memory. So it's all about, us putting in our work so we can get the results in our life, cause and effect. I hope that makes sense. And that requires us knowing thyself. Romans chapter 12, 3-8, okay? So before I get too deep into it, Obviously, by you viewing this presentation right now, you will see your call to adventure from the universe. The universe, again, going to use eminently necessary people like myself, just sharing their true ups and downs, the things that work and things that didn't work for me, and the tools that helped me level up on the hero's journey. So speaking of tools, these books, you got Isis Unveiled, again, by Blavatsky. Then you got The Voice of the Silent Heart. This is the key to this presentation series. And then we got, again, it's all about syncretism. And then, to the eye of the needle that they talk about in the Bible is the top of the okay? And that way the only way you can get through this hole right here, you got to crack open your heart chakra, because a lot of people on the top of this tat cross here is the heart, okay? And it's the womb of creation, the mother's womb, okay? Everything, the highest principle is the feminine principle. I hope you know that by now. All right, so with that being said, it's all about, cracking open this doggone heart chakra and get things crack-a-lacking in your life, because we live in a realm of nothing more than energy, frequency, and vibration. All right, so it's all about the electromagnetic field of the heart, and we're gonna crack this heart chakra open, okay? I hope that makes sense so far. So I don't want to get so far ahead. Let's talk about these books. So we got The Voice of the Silent again. Then we're going to go here from left to right. We got Biology for Dummies. Biology for Dummies. You can order this on Amazon, okay? Then we got As a Man or a Woman Thinketh by James Allen. As a Man or a Woman Thinketh by James Allen. And then as we move forward here, we have The Light of Egypt by Thomas Burgoyne. The Light of Egypt by Thomas Burgoyne. Then we got Works. This is 3 books in 1 by George Carey, and also reference Ephesians 2:10. Then we also have let's get right here. The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. Then we have The Celestial Ship of the North, all right, by Valencia Stratton. Celestial Ship of the North by Valencia Stratton. Then we also have God-Man, The Word Made Flesh by George Carey and Inez Perry. God-Man, The Word Made Flesh by George Carey and Inez Perry. Then we have Manly P. Hall, The Secret Teachings of the Ages. Manly P. Hall, The Secret Teachings of the Ages. Over here, we also have Your Guardian Angel in You. I highly recommend this book, Your Guardian Angel in You by Denny Sargent. One more time, Your Guardian Angel in You, your higher self in you, that spiritual aspect, the God or Goddess within you by Denny Sargent. Reference Ephesians chapter 1, verse 17 through, okay? And also, where's do I have one more book here? Am I missing? I think I listed them all. All right, with that being said, again, the universe gonna use any means necessary to get you on your own hero journey. That requires leaving no stone unturned on your own hero journey. All right, you're gonna learn more, because you realize, like, hey, we all been lied to on the mass level. So it requires unlearning a lot of the stuff that didn't work and relearning the things that we can apply in our life and get the results in our life, so we can help ourselves. Then we're gonna help people to help themselves. So because once we fill our cup up, we can pour into our results and knowledge into others. I hope that makes sense so far. All right, so again, you're gonna realize we live in a realm of nothing more than energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, positive, negative energy, electromagnetism. All right, you're gonna go from the known to the unknown. You're gonna meet the threshold goddess, Lady Wisdom, Madam Insight, Proverbs 3:13. You're gonna walk yourself, through the unknown realm. You're gonna realize, by leaving no stone unturned on your own hero journey, you're going to realize, as you reflect on your own life, really reflect and go within, okay? You're going to realize each and every day is nothing more than a lesson, a test that we all have to pass for ourselves. There's no cookie cutter recipe to life. We may have similar situations, but each person experience is unique for them. So that's why I'm able to share, certain things, because I know certain situations going to be similar, but each person, personal experience going to be unique for them. All right, but the things, that the information that I'm sharing is going to give you some proper expectation, and it's going to help point you in the right direction, and it's up to you to do your own research, so you can be better prepared, to make better decisions on your own path, on your hero journey. I hope that makes sense so far. Okay, so as you learn, on your own hero journey, your intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy, you're gonna build a relationship with that thing. Okay, you're gonna learn more about music, again, astrology. Shout out to Santos Bonacci, Dolo the Pilot Man. We got brother Freeman L. We got also we have so many different people. I did say Santos Bonacci, Dolo the Pilot Man, and many others out there. They're sharing their knowledge and wisdom when it comes to astrotheology, okay? And then also, as you go from the known to the unknown, you're going through your own transformation an atonement process, you're going to learn more about your anatomy. That's going to help tap you into your own Christ consciousness. You're going to learn more about your own avatar. How does this thing work from the inside out instead of the outside in? Instead of pleasing the outer flesh, you're going to learn more about the spiritual aspects, the inner workings of self, okay? And then, you're going to learn more about sacred geometry. Speaking of sacred geometry, if you haven't heard of Brother Sanchez, shout out to Brother Sanchez TV. Brother Sanchez, we really appreciate you, man. He's going to help open up your eyes so you can see that everything's interconnected. And speaking of which, you can see like as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. And you'll see the sacred geometry in all these pictures here. You're getting different perspectives. That's the key word that you're going to learn on your own hero's journey as you navigate in your own matrix reality. You're going to look up like, man, okay, I see the sky is turning this way. You get in the front to back view. You're going to see the different planes as you level up and breaking these 7 seals within yourself, so you can have that better inner outer experience within yourself, because you raising yourself up. Romans chapter 8 verse 11 through, okay? And building a relationship with nature, because you see the interconnectedness of everything. All right, so with that being said, where are we going here? And each and every day you're gonna realize, it's all about learning new things to get new results, building a relationship with your own inner voice, your own energy, and you're going to realize everything is just nothing more than a lesson and test that we have to pass so we can be the best version of ourselves, so we can tap into our own Christ consciousness, and so we can build a better relationship with the God or goddess within ourselves, okay? That way we can help people to help themselves, the way it's supposed to be. I hope that makes sense so far, all right? And so again, as you go through your own personal transformation atonement process, you're going to come back up to the known realm. You're going to realize, everything's interconnected. The universe is going to send you more sacred geometry or synchronistic events, all right? Nature, the numbers 1111, 111, 222, 333. These things going to start happening more often, okay? And lastly, you're going to realize, hey, Mother Nature, has a hand in everything, okay? So with that being said, the great works is you. You are a work of art. You one of a kind. We all are unique. There are different species on the planet. We're not here to do the same thing. We all been lied to on the mass level, okay? But we all have our own unique purpose and mission, life path, destiny that we have to fulfill. We're not here to do the same thing. So the great work is you. Okay, happy birthday. And it's all about being in alignment with yourself from the inside out instead of the outside in. So how do we do that, Chris? Great question. So you got to build your own philosophy for your life. Do you have a system for your life? If you don't have a plan for your life, you plan to fail. Okay, the only way you can fail in life, you fail to take action, to test things out, to see what works and see what doesn't work best for you. That way you can have your own working system, okay? Some kind of system for your life, some kind of system of economics, some kind of system of anatomy, some kind of system of sacred geometry, some kind of system of dealing with nature. That's what I'm doing for my children and grandchildren. And I highly recommend that you do the same. Building that continuity system, okay? All right? That way you can build a legacy for yourself and your family. So that requires having, taking full responsibility and accountability for your action. You can't no longer blame God or the devil for the things that are working and not working in your life. You got a part to play in this stuff too, okay? So it's all about setting our intention, like, hey, how can I better myself? What can I work on? How can I be a better, husband, business partner? How can I just be better overall in life? And how can I build a better relationship with my own inner voice, my own energy, so I can manifest things from the inside out the way they're supposed to be? Okay, so with that being said, in the divine mind, you are a very special, highly advanced, light being, having this human experience as yourself. We are a reflection, okay? That's your true self. So our thoughts and emotion affect the, heart's magnetic field, which energetically affects those in our environment, whether we know it or not, okay? So, to get down here, you got to come through the portal of your mother's womb, okay? You have that divine masculine and feminine principle. And then you come out of here. As soon as you get here, you get poured on full of knowledge. People tell you what works and what doesn't work for them, but somewhere down the line it led you to this presentation. You realize, like, hey, there's more to the story, there's more to life than what we've been told. So I'm gonna start learning, It's universal law to sort through the lies so I can see the truth, right? So it requires unlearning and relearning, and that's going to make you wise. But you don't stop there. You're going to keep refining, repeating the process until you find your own sweet spot and keep growing on your own hero's journey. So by you going from, you know, the material to the spiritual realm, you getting 720 degrees of knowledge, what equals 9 is completion, okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to notice that your quality of life going to start changing as you're going from the known to the unknown realm and leaving no stone unturned and getting in alignment with your higher calling in life, okay? So again, as a man or a woman thinketh, you know, so is he or she, all right? Everything starts in the mind first before it manifests in the physical. So the principle of truth, verse 7, he or she who knows these and understand these things possess the magic keys of the temple, and it's going to fly open, and the temple is your mind. Everything starts in the mind first, all right? So we have mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, gender, and to make sure that you operate in your heart chakra at all times. And this is what the main focus of this whole presentation series, there's 3 parts, is, you know, the 7 principles of Ma'at. So what is Ma'at? Ma'at is an ancient system of morals and values that's going to help guide your thoughts and behavior as you navigate in your own reality around these different people, places, and events. So you don't, open up a can of whoop ass on people, okay? I hope that makes sense. That way you really, have, show grace. And that's the 33rd principle, so you can or it's 32nd principle before you tap into your own Christ consciousness, okay? So it's based on truth, based on the fact with honesty and integrity. Justice, the state of fairness and lawful judgment. Righteousness, a state of consistent good conduct. Reciprocity, what goes around comes around. Balance and equal distribution of weight. Order, a correct sequence of thought and action. And lastly, harmony, one accord, pleasing arrangement. Now the world is equally divided between the people that want to lift people up and the people that want to tear people down. So by my main intent, by sharing my own experiences and the tools that helped me level up, and how I was able to piece the puzzle together using syncretism, because I just learned about this word recently and I didn't know I was actually applying it in my life all my life, okay? But I choose to lift people up, okay? And I hope you do the same, okay? And that, by you doing that, you're going to go from experiencing life and you're going to end up having internal harmony. So it's all about Ezekiel 36:26, breaking open this old heart of stone so we can reveal that heart of flesh, so we can raise our butt up on our own hero journey at Mount Meru. Okay, so with that being said, it's all about realizing, hey, everything's interconnected. So on your hero's journey, we got 2 planes of existence here. Either you're gonna stay on the material side, or you're gonna start moving your butt over here to the spiritual side. So but when you live in reverse, everything is evil, because you got the devil on this side. You got these vices. You got pride, envy, wrath, sloth, avarice, gluttony, and lust. But if you choose to live and embrace the spirit, the unknown realm, it's all about humility, mercy, peace, solicitude, generosity, abstinence, and chastity. And then that's when you tap into the divine, all right? And that's when you working hand in hand, and reaching the throne of God within yourself, because everything happens on the inside out, instead of the outside in. I hope that makes sense. So whoever lets himself be led by the heart will never lose his way. All right, John chapter 14, all right, verse 12. All right, so as we move forward, again, material items going to come and go, but what does that really mean if you don't know who you are and what you're here to do on the planet? Because you are more than money and material items. You are a divine light being, and you're here to be a change agent to make a difference, okay? So with that being said, knowledge of self is more important and longer lasting. That way you can cut out the middleman, and that way you can help people to help themselves, okay? So if you don't learn anything else that I mentioned so far, please learn these 7 hermetic principles, whether you know it or not. Each and every day, these things are happening in your life. Why not have a better understanding and overstanding how these principles work and how you can apply these in your life so you can have better balance, okay? I hope that makes sense. So it's all about balance your polarity, the good side and not so good side. And speaking of which, there's a good side and not so good side to everything, but it's up to us to discern, right, and seeing things from the creator's perspective, all right, so we can get the results in our life. So that requires being mindful of our words, because our words can make or break a person's day. We all talked about that, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna give you some of my key points and takeaways. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. So if you made it this far, once the choice has been made to seek divine wisdom, it's time to get rid of the devil or the boogeyman, and it's time to be open-minded so we can receive the divine wisdom. So you will have to, you're gonna reach a point where you may have to travel alone, okay? That means where you may have to really dedicate some personal time with the divine so you can build a relationship, a partnership with your own inner voice, your own energy. I highly recommend you do this every day. As soon as you open your eyes, good, even if you have to lay in the bed, just sit with yourself and just tell yourself, like, man, that inner voice, like, hey, I'm grateful for you. I know I'm here to do great things. What can I do today? What can I share today? What can I learn today? And you'll be amazed. You'll start to get this pouring of ideas. All right, start writing these things down. Start investigating, doing your own research, and you'll be led to the right books, people, place, and event that's going to support that idea. All right, but it's up to you to discern. Remember, sort between the truth and the lie, and the things that you can use, and the things that may not make sense at this point. Okay, I hope that makes sense so far. So the teacher can only point the way. Each person's path to reach the goal may vary, but remember, each and every situation is nothing more than a lesson, a test. It's up to pass and pay attention and listen. Okay, which path are you going to choose for your life? Are you going to choose the material matrix, or are you going to tap into your inner self and deal with the heart, the spiritual 7 steps that we talked about over here? Okay, so with that being said, the 7 earthly virtues are held by desires and crude, crafty powers, dealing with passions incarnate. But overall, as you navigate, because I'm giving you proper expectation, because Earth is a school, okay? And our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience and knowledge for our soul growth, right? So with that being said, have fun. We have, better, working knowledge and a better outlook and what to expect. And now, especially with knowing the principles, the universal laws and these 7 principles, it takes the guesswork. You don't have to have blind faith anymore, because when you know better, you're going to do better. I hope that makes sense so far. So what's going to happen is the golden rule: once you start, you can't go back, because you're changing perspective. You're going from the material perspective, and now you become the observer. All right, you walking into your own light. So look on. So what do you see before your eyes, or experience of God-like wisdom? It's all about perspective. You're starting to see things from God's perspective. That inner voice, that own energy. So I'm highly recommend right now, avoid ignorance. Have an open mind. Always, learn something new each and every day. Use these as a guide, okay? But let your own inner voice guide you on the next step. It's not about blindly believing anything what I'm saying. I'm just sharing my own research and my own perspective. But I'm here to, just to remind you that you got this, okay? So with that being said, what you do, at the end of the day, it's your shadow that's going to be outside of that path, okay? That's going to be, throwing, curveballs at you, low vibe thoughts. Some people call it sin, but it's mind over matters. Remember, everything happened from the inside out instead of the outside in. So that's why I highly recommend that you use these books to help elevate your overall thought process, so it can get you out of that rut of bad routine and habits, okay? And that was my problem. I had some bad routines and habits, watching sports, movies that really wasn't teaching me anything. So I had to break that stuff and start installing new programs, so to speak. All right. So with that being said, as we get ready to close things out, the path is going to be hard, so because we all have to put in the work, and throwing you on your way to jhana, right? Which is knowledge and wisdom. That's going to lead to your own nirvana, because you're going to experience freedom, because as you elevate your overall thought process and information, that how you see things, you'll be like, wow, we've been lied to pretty bad, man. So you're going to feel eager to learn more. That way you're going to help your family see the bigger picture, okay? That way, we're not out here walking blind. I hope that makes sense. So as we close things out, these portals that I have right here, they're going to, lead you towards inner balance. But each person got to put in the work. There's no cookie cutter recipe. There's no book that's just gonna free you. You gotta actually put in the spiritual work, okay? Because there's a lot of fake people out there giving you fake information, but they don't have the results. And you'll be able to see as you navigate in your own, hero's journey and start getting, higher knowledge. So each portal, gonna have its own key to get through. So if, number 1, Dana, you got love and charity. 2, Sila, which deal with harmony, counterbalances cause and effect. Then you got Shanti, deals with patience. Varag, illusion and truth. Virya, you got supernal truth. Then 6, we got Dhyana, the realm of Sat, which is the spiritual realm, the golden gate, the rainbow bridge, which involves you really sitting with yourself and reflecting, spiritual contemplation. And the Golden Gate Bridge, let me see if I can pull it up over here. That way you can get a different perspective. Hopefully it comes up, like right here, okay? And then you'll start to see these rainbow glitches. I won't call them glitches, but they just showing you like, hey, there's a higher level of consciousness dealing with the sacred geometry and tap into higher consciousness, okay? I hope that makes sense so far. So as we get ready to move on out and close this presentation out, let's see, where are we here? And the last one here, dealing with number 7, prajna, right? Which is the key to make man a god, which is going to create you in adeptship to become a son of God. All right, but that's going to require work. That's not going to be overnight. Even though, you may say, hey, many people like, hey, I got the blood of Christ. Yeah, you got the blood, but you still got to go through some, trials and tribulation and rights, to get to that point. All right, but you will know. Nobody have to tell you, because you'll know, like, as you level up, on your own hero's journey, the universe going to use any means necessary to kind of give you confirmation as you grow. And you'll see the results in your life. That's the best way I can explain it. You'll see the result and you'll be able to teach the results, okay? Excuse me, because you can't teach what you don't know, right? So as we get ready to close things out, so before you enter the last gate, you must master the 6 virtues, and it's 10, and it's 6 plus an additional 10 that I shared in my community page for the people that are here to be the high priest or high priestess. All right, and the 6 are right here: truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order. And then all of them together links into harmony, because you're using it as in one accord. Okay, so with that being said, as we get ready to close things out, where are we here? All right, so before you are fit to meet the guide, the teacher, the master, the Christos within yourself, you must learn to part the body from the mind to dissipate the shadow. And what that means in layman's terms, stay in the present moment. All right, and we all been there where we sitting somewhere and we zoning out, and as we zoning out, we somewhere in a whole nother world thinking about something else, or we conjuring up some ideas for the next thing that we got on our agenda. We all been there, but if you can learn to do that on a regular basis and actually have more focus on where you want to go, man, you're powerful then. And then you can start taking those ideas and writing those things down, doing your research, and then start manifesting it on this plane. I hope that makes sense so far. So it's all about mastering your senses, let go of old habits and traditions that no longer works for you, and to see the overall interconnectedness of all. As we close things out, be prepared to answer dharma, those generational curses. Even though you're not personally responsible for your ancestors right and wrong doings, you have to play a part in correcting those. So if your ancestor did some bad things, you're here to change that, but are you gonna do it? All right, it's up to you, but it's all about complying with the rules of the heart: truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, and harmony. All right, and that's gonna get you out of here. So learn to attune your heart and mind to the great mind, the great mother. That's gonna link you into harmony, and you're gonna build an overall relationship with nature. And I'm gonna be honest with you, on this path, dealing with your heart, tapping into your heart and mind is gonna be a path of sorrow and hope. But at the same time frame, it's gonna build your faith, because you're no longer blind anymore, because the universal laws, the principles, and you're gonna apply these in your life each and every day. Because when you know better, you're gonna do better. So as you navigate here, you have nothing to fear. You're here to do great things. You are a byproduct of the Creator, and you're doing your part, right? So fear kills the will. Keep growing and learning. Don't separate yourself from the Divine One, because you and the Divine are walking together as yourself, okay? So with that being said, the final war in heaven is actually your higher self versus your lower self. Which one are you going to give more attention to, your lower self or your higher self? So focus on the God, the G-O-D, the generator, operator, destroyer, or dispenser within yourself, and focus on righteousness. As we close things out, it's all about having a change of heart. by having compassion, mastering your thoughts, pursue truth. That's gonna lead your way out to enlightenment. Okay, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. This has been my own personal takeaways when it comes to the voice of the silent heart, Fragment 3, inner voice bass, and closing things out, so you can see who you are and why you're here on the planet at this time, and how you can navigate and do your great works that you came here to do. Okay, all right, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. Take care of yourself, love yourself, leave no stone unturned on your hero's journey. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.